In order to visualize relationships and correlations in your data, two new chart widgets, scatter plots and histograms, are now available to place on your IJC form views. The first of these is the scatterplot widget. First, create a new empty form view and in design mode add and position a molecule matrix widget on your form so that we can see the corresponding structures. Then select the chart widget type and drag it onto the form. You will be prompted to choose a chart type. Select Scatterplot and then Next. Now you need to configure the chart. Select the source entity and X and Y axis source data fields. In this case we will plot molecular weight against a log P field. You can now optionally choose to relabel the axis. Select Finish and then you can choose to resize your chart and reposition if required. Move to the Browse view to see the scatter plot. If you select a point or range of points, then you will see these are also selected in the mole matrix. You can also hover over each data point and the associated structure will pop up into view. You can configure the Tooltip source by going to Customize Widget Settings and then the Details tab. You can then modify the Tooltip field. You can change the point size, and in the Main tab you can control the axes to either be auto or specific range. You could also save your chart as an image. Next we run a query by specifying pyridine in the mole matrix panel. We can then run the query and you can see that the scatter plot now only shows the points that are the hits of the search, and the mole matrix is also showing just the hit set. And we can now set the background property of the chart to all data, and we can see the current results of the substructure search are in blue, and you can see that the non-hits are now in grey. The second chart type is the histogram widget, and this can be used to display the distribution of frequencies for a field. In design mode, select the chart widget type and drag it onto the same form. You will be prompted to choose a chart type. Select histogram and then Next. Now you need to configure your chart. You now need to provide the field to bin, and in this case we will choose log P, and this will become our x-axis. Next we must choose either a number of bins or an interval. First we will choose to place our data into 10 bins. We could alternatively specify an interval size and then a starting value. Again, like the scatter plot, you can either fully or partially specify the parameters for the axis. What you don't specify will be automatically determined. We now select Finish and we can replace our chart on the form. We can also now see that the selection between the two charts is synchronized. If we select a bin in the histogram, we can see the points that are allocated to that bin are also highlighted in the scatter plot and in the mole matrix. Irrespective of the size of your underlying data set, you can set a ceiling limit on the data used in each layer in the charts. This is sensible since very large data sets may impact performance. You can modify this by right-clicking on your chart, Customize Widget Settings, selecting the Details tab, and then modifying the rows limit field. This concludes our short guide to the new chart features in Instant JChem.